Hey, how's it going? It's Devin with Devin's Card House, and obviously the video yesterday was a joke. I was joking. I was not serious. Do not buy me a Sony ZV-1 camera, Mom. It was a joke. Obviously, it was a joke. Okay, if you didn't get that, one of the comments I was like, "Oh, you get a TCG player, a Lego pirate set." Ooh. Sorry, what? My wife's giving me a look. It was a joke. Okay, whatever. Oh, so this is the actual video. This is the actual what you should get in the last moments. If you're running down what you should be getting for the TCG, I'm not going to say this player in your life. So if you're a lot of people, or like my mom and other people are asking like what to get kids. A lot of kids love Pokemon. So I just want to touch a few things first. Okay, we're going to go through like Pokemon, Magic, Flesh and Blood, Digimon, and some accessories and things like that. I'm sticking to these things because we're only going off Amazon because we only have a couple days. Like, you need to put this in today or tomorrow, and you'll get it in time for Christmas, but you have to get these orders in now. So you're running out of time here. So first off, when it comes to Pokemon, kids love the ETBs. It's the Elite Trainer boxes. Also, our criteria here is we're trying to stick around about $50 and below, because we're not trying to obviously get me the most expensive, best thing you possibly can, but we're not trying to do that. We're not trying to break the bank here either. So for about $50, you can get Elite Trainer boxes. I recommend the Pokemon 151. It's a recent set that just came out, and it kind of harkens back to the original Pokemon, which is really kind of cool. So if it's an older Pokemon person in your life who loves Pokemon and is an older person, they'll probably love it. And as kids love it too. There's a lot of collectible cards in here that have like some cool alt art designs and things like that. Some of the packs are like special in that they have all three evolutions of a Pokemon like in the single pack. So that's cool. So I would suggest getting Pokemon 1 to 51. Definitely go for those Elite Trainer boxes. And then there's some other GIF ones. There's like the Zapdos EX box that it just comes with like a poster. And then there's also a binder collection. And these ones are a little bit cheaper. They're around for like $20. So if you're looking to spend a little less, like a nice stocking stuffer, I would definitely suggest the Zapdos EX box or the binder collection. So, and I'll have the pictures up here. Okay, so for Magic, this one's a little more difficult because you have to really know a little bit more about the person you're purchasing for. I wouldn't just say go out and buy any old random what they're called bundles, or they used to be called fat packs, but now they're called bundles. I wouldn't just go buy any old bundle. If you know that you're the person you're buying the Magic stuff for is into standard, or they're into Commander, you might, what the hell is this guy talking about? If you don't know that, I'd kind of hold off. So I would say if the person that you're trying to buy for is brand new into Magic, they haven't played that much before, or they're looking to get started, I'd highly suggest the Lord of the Rings starter sets. They're about $19, and it's 2 decks that people can just play right out of the box. So that's really good for someone who's looking to get started. I would suggest that. I'd also suggest if you know a specific thing that the person likes besides Magic, Magic is also, there's lots of other stuff involved. So, and Commander is kind of the biggest, most popular format that's in the game right now. So you could look up, if you know that somebody you're trying to look for, if they're into Doctor Who, or if they're into Lord of the Rings, or if they vampires, or they're into horror, things like that. I would go to Amazon, look up Magic the Gathering Commander set, and then if you know they like Lord of the Rings, look up Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings Commander sets, or you could look up, like I said, Doctor Who, or like I said, vampires or Vikings, or just try to experiment a little bit. If you know the person, and add something else into there. It's Magic plus something else, and you should be able to probably find a Commander set or a Commander commander deck that would be good for them. And the commander decks usually run from for the newer ones. Some of the older ones are super expensive, but some of the later ones, like if they like Dungeons and Dragons, there's a whole dragon commander set, like something like that. So they usually run like 50 to like $30 around there. And it is kind of doesn't go without saying, but usually it is the case that the more expensive ones are the more sought after ones. So you'll see like in the Lord of the Rings, there'll be 4 sets, 4 decks, and then the more expensive, more sought after ones are going to be the more expensive ones. The less sought after ones are going to be a little cheaper. So you might want to keep that in mind. And then also, you want to like, who do you know? Are you going to buy like the villains? Or are you going to buy the good guys? Kind of keep like the persona of the person you're buying for in mind when you look into that kind of stuff. So I would suggest that for starters. I would look at the Lord of the Rings starter deck. For people who've been playing a while, I'd look up Commander sets, and that keeps you in that $50 price range. Okay, so Digimon, I was looking up next. So the brand new set that just came out, you can get a box of Blast Ace for $54. This is the brand new set that came out. So you can get someone a whole box for pretty cheap for boxes, but it's like $54, and it'll be here in time for Christmas. I think that'll be a good gift for any fans of Digimon out there. Also, they have the premium deck set, which is around $30, but it has some cool promos in it and some extra packs to crack. And then there's also the gift boxes. So if you look at the gift boxes on Amazon, they're around $20. My only thing is there, I would say, is to stay away from the classic collection. The classic collection is cool. I like it personally, but they just overprinted it, and it's super cheap. You can buy a whole box of classic collection for like $30. I just didn't see them on Prime to get it in time for Christmas. If you want to look for classic collection, you can get it fairly cheap. And if you have an older Digimon fan like me, he might actually really like that. So, and it's a little cheaper. So you got to keep that in mind. You might actually get some cheaper options for people, and they might actually enjoy it more. So just kind of mix in what you're thinking here. So for Flesh and Blood, I saw it was like the Dorinthia versus Reinar. It's basically a dual. What do they used to call them? The dual decks. So it's like a 2-player version of the game, and Flesh and Blood only has one out right now. But compared to Magic's dual decks like they used to have, these ones are more premium, or this one is more premium. It's got higher end cards. So I would definitely look at that. It's $40. And so if you have so me and my brother, it's cool when we've gotten together for Christmas, we always like to get like a dual deck. Well, we used to when Magic made dual decks, or we'd get something like this, so we could just pick up and play. So that's a good idea for if you have, especially if you have people coming in for the holidays who might want to play with you. It might be cool to get like a dual deck for you guys to play together. Also, a good idea for stocking stuffers for people who like Flesh and Blood is the starter decks. They're all around like $12, $13, and you can just put that in the stocking for them. So that's pretty good. So that's it for the stuff we can get on Amazon. I was like, what about Lorcana? What about Lorcana? Well, there's nothing you can get for Lorcana on Amazon that's going to be here in time, at least that I'm seeing. Even like some of the playmats, there's some really cool playmats from Wolfgang that I really like. My Tinkerbell mat is the Wolfgang Tinkerbell. They're really cool. The edges are all sewed up. They're really fancy mats, but some people don't like that because it can mess up the cards when you pull it out, but I don't really care about that. But so I would so Lorcana is kind of a bust right now. If you could go to your local TCG or your LGS, you might have some luck like finding some product in stores. Also, there's lots of people online talking about Walmarts and Targets that are in stock with Lorcana, so you might get lucky if somebody's really looking for Lorcana that you could go out and find it. But finding it online right now that you're going to get it in time for Christmas is looking kind of bleak. So you might have to go on that. What was that? Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he goes on a toy hunt, and what happens? It's a classic Christmas. It's like came out after Furby came out, and everyone was trying to kill them. No, it was after Tickle Me Elmo. when Tickle Me Elmo came out, everyone was trying to kill themselves over Tickle Me Elmo, so they actually made a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he tries to fight people over a Christmas toy. That's what I'm thinking of. You might have to do that with Lorcana. So, all that being said, so if you don't have you don't know specifically what to look for, you don't know what game, you just know they like card games, and also you might not like, accessories are always a good thing to get for a TCG player if they're, because they always need them. So if somebody's really building a lot of decks, then it's good to get them deck boxes. Everyone always needs sleeves, so getting people sleeves is always a good thing, because your sleeves will break, or you're going to make new decks and you need to sleeve them out. So sleeves and deck boxes are really, really good stocking stuffers. I would suggest on the more high end, Dragon Shield sleeves are always a good high quality sleeve. They're a little more expensive, but everyone's gonna love Dragon Shield sleeves that's for like a more, when I have a really good deck that I really like, I always want to get Dragon Shield sleeves, so that it's like, this is my premium deck with the premium sleeves that you know are going to be good. Dragon Shield is always top quality. For more, if you're going quantity over quality, I always like I used to get these all the time, and I know they always switch the formula on these, but I would still get them now if I could. But they have KMC Hypermat sleeves. They're about $28, and you'll get 5. You can make 5 decks with them. So, and even if the sleeve breaks, you get 5 of them. So that's just it's a decent quality sleeve that gives you a good quantity for your paying almost. It's just, you're getting 3 extra packs of sleeves for the same price that you pay for 2 Dragon Shields. That's kind of what you're looking at there. So if you know you have somebody who has a ton of decks that they build, maybe getting them a bunch of sleeves would be helpful for them. When it comes to deck boxes, it's the same story. If you have somebody who you know is building tons of decks, even like experimental ones. I have a friend who's like always like looking into build new stuff. He needs a ton of deck boxes, but then you have other people are only building a few decks, so they might want more premium, nicer deck boxes. So my only thing when it comes to any of this stuff, so sleeves, deck boxes, and especially playmats, when you're buying it, there's a lot of characters and things like that you can get, like a Pikachu playmat, or we used to talk about a prism sleeves with prism on it. You have to really know the person you're buying for to actually get like a character or something. So don't buy someone, it's from Magic the Gathering, and I'm gonna get Jace or Chandra playmat, when you don't know that they actually like that character. So sometimes it's better to just get more plain stuff. So that's why Dragon Shield and look for stuff that doesn't really have like specific markings, unless you know what it is and you know that the person that you're buying for is going to actually enjoy what you're buying for them. So that's kind of rolling the dice. If you're just getting a character you think they might like, it might be better just to get like something plain that they can just use and they're going to like it, because the stuff going in the sleeve or in the deck box, that's what's special, not so much like the deck box itself, unless you know that you're getting something for them specifically. So that's kind of like a quick guide for some stuff to get for people. I know there's tons of games out there that I missed, but I'm sure if you order now, you're going to get the stuff in on time. They make some great stocking stuffers and some great like overall gifts for people. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope my video yesterday didn't throw you off too much. I figured after I said Lego Pirates, people would start to get the idea, but then when I went on to what did I say, Bucky stuff? And then I thought I just was like getting more obvious as I went. Speaking of all of that, though, I wanted to appreciate my subscribers here, the people who make this channel happen, which is the people who watch it. So I appreciate you. I also want to talk the Patreon that I started yesterday. So it was kind of an announcement video for my Patreon, because yesterday marked my 3-month anniversary. 3 months of doing videos on YouTube, and I told myself if I made it 3 months and I was consistent, and I know I had a bad week, but I was sick. sick, so I'm whatever. Fuck that week. That I was going to start the Patreon. No pressure at all. This is not. I don't only get on there if it brings value to you. If these videos bring value to you. So I just want to give. So what I'm giving through the Patreon is a 10% discount off my eBay store. You'll have access to discounted box openings that we'll do on the channel. So opening up boxes and then sending you the product after you get that. Your name in the credits of the video. So if you sign up at the end of the video, you will get your name in here. And depending on how many people, your name's going to be bigger or smaller. And then after we get, so I only have 15 slots open for this OG tier is what I'm calling it. It's the original people who are supporting me. And my hope is to make sure that as we go on, these 15 people will get whatever benefits get added, if more do at any point. But I really appreciate if you check it out, consider it. No big deal if it's not your thing. If it is, I really appreciate it. Not a thing. Like I said, no pressure. Don't feel any pressure. Okay. That's so. I just want to say that. So, but besides the Patreon, I appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate you for watching this. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas. And I hope this helps you if you needed some help to find some gifts for the people that you love and appreciate in your life. So anyways, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye-bye.